Hey guys, what's going on today? Time Spice back with another movie podcast. In today's movie podcast, we're gonna be ranking Pixar films, so kind of like on a tier list. And I have a special guest today, Jordan. How are you today?
Oh, not too bad. Glad to be here.
That's good. All right, so let's rank some Pixar movies. So S tier, I'm guessing, is very good.
Yes, it's yeah, S tier, A, B, C, D, and F, and then NA, which is non-applicable. And I believe that's mostly just for me, since I have not seen any of the direct to Disney Plus movies, and also Inside Out 2.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, so that's Inside Out 2, Elemental, Turning Red, Soul, and Luca. All of those I have not personally seen. So yeah, you can take the first movie, Toy Story.
Okay, so Toy Story. I like Toy Story, so I'm gonna put it at S tier. Cause
Um,
I just like how it's like 'cause it's the original Pixar movie. It's the first Pixar movie.
is a pretty good movie. It would be kind of bad idea to put that anywhere else. Also, okay, Bug's Life is also pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's as good as Toy Story. I would say it's like an A tier, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you would put it higher or lower.
Mm, I think I'll put Bug's Life. I don't think it's as good as Toy Story either, but for now, if I change my mind, I'll put it at A right now because I think it deserves an A spot. Because it's
Yeah.
not as good as Toy Story though. It's also a pretty good
Uh,
movie for Pixar's time.
you have Toy Story 2.
Oh, I like Toy Story 2. I feel like that deserves where Toy Story 1 is.
I'm gonna say it's an A tier.
Really? Oh,
Because I think that Toy Story 2 wasn't as good as the original.
oh.
And I'm gonna throw another curveball a bit later. But yeah, I'm gonna keep Toy Story 2 at A.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're put Toy Story 2 at A. I put Toy Story 2 at S, because
Yeah,
I like it because I don't know. It just gives us a new fresh Toy Story movie, of new characters.
yeah. Monsters
Oh,
Inc.
I like Monsters Inc. too.
Okay, another curveball. I'm also putting that one at A. And the
Really?
reason, yes, this will become so much clearer later on in the tier list, but I'm gonna put that at A. But I have my reasons.
Okay. Well, I like Monsters Inc., but not as much as I like Toy Story and Toy Story 2. So I'm also gonna put that. That's gonna go for A because I think it's the same quality as Bug's Life.
And then Finding Nemo.
Oh, Finding Nemo is a great movie. I
Yes,
gotta put
I
that
already.
one at S tier.
Yeah, honestly, same. You can't go wrong with Finding Nemo. And then you have The Incredibles,
Oh, the
which,
first time we see superheroes in Disney. I like Incredibles, but I don't think it's not as good as the first three we put up there.
hmm,
So you know what? I think Incredibles. I don't know, cause Incredibles is really good. I really love that movie, but I don't know if I should put an S or A. I'm deciding on S or A, cause A is like it's good. S is like perfect, and like you know what? For now, it's gonna go A. If I change my mind later on the tier
yeah,
list, I'm gonna put Incredibles at A.
I put Incredibles in A as well. Okay, so next up is Cars.
Oh, Cars. I think I gotta put
Yeah,
Cars in S tier.
absolutely. Honestly, the first Cars movie is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, I love the first Cars movie. Cinematic masterpiece.
And speaking of cinematic masterpieces, if there was a tier above S, Ratatouille would have to be there.
Oh yeah, I think Ratatouille will probably be there. So I think I'm gonna put Ratatouille also at S because also Pixar was also cooking of that movie too.
Oh my
Pixar
god, yeah,
did
like
such good on those movies. Oh,
honestly, a lot of these tiers coming up, like Wally, um,
up.
I would put yeah, I'd put that like at S because like Wally just has like a really cool dynamic of like, okay, what if this kind of ancient yet futuristic technology saw what humanity would become, you know?
Yeah,
Because
and
like it
like
isn't technology that we have.
no, and like how the robots like are like taking care of the humans, and like the humans just get like fat and stuff. It's like cool
Yeah,
how like the robots take care of the humans like some kind of dystopian future.
Yeah, that's just me in real life. Like, just take like a picture of me, and then just take that, and then boom.
Yeah. So
Um, and
therefore,
then
Wally goes at S tier.
I would say the same for Up as well.
Yeah, because Up it discovers like this old guy move on with his life because his wife dies and stuff, but he wants to like the house goes up in the sky. I guess saying like he's going like heaven or something. I'm not too sure what the symbolic stuff is at on that, but
I think it's just a guy wanting to honor the wishes of his wife because they never got to go on the trip to Paradise Falls.
no, and so that's why their
I,
house is up. Of
yeah, I feel like you're looking way too deep into this.
yeah.
It's all just symbolism for death. Everything is burning.
Oh, I don't
Um,
know. That's what I read on YouTube. It says that it was a symbol of him like reuniting with his wife or something.
okay, so Toy Story
Toy
3,
Story 3.
I'm putting this in S tier.
Did the ending too? Like when you like thought it was the ending? Oh, it was a beautiful moment where Andy gives his toys to Bonnie, and the incinerator. I thought they're all gonna die.
I honestly think because the reason why I put Toy Story 2 in A compared to 3 is that I feel like they did the captured toys dynamic
Oh,
way better because it's a very similar plot line
true.
except the ending for both of the movies are slightly different. Toy Story 2 has the airplane chase scene and like the airport fight scene, whatever.
I like that. I like that scene.
But Toy Story 3 has escaping a kindergarten ran by evil toys and the garbage
True,
incinerator scene, which brought so many more people to tears.
true
It
that.
was such a more, like, a lot more stuff was happening, and
Yeah,
I think it's like the peak of Toy Story. I'd
I
say it's
think that too.
slightly better than the first movie.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I also like Toy Story 2 more than 3. I don't know. I like but 3 also has that really good villain now, Lotso. Lotso's like he's like the
Yeah.
perfect villain in that movie.
Yeah, better than Stinky Pete
Yeah.
and Woody's ego in the first movie.
Okay, so Cars 2, this one was okay movie for me. Not as good as the Cars movie. Basically, it doesn't feel like Cars this movie. It feels like a different movie in general. Like they're going on like some kind of spy mission and stuff. So I don't know what did Pixar was trying to do with that movie. Because I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. So I'm gonna put it in
Yeah,
B.
I put this in S tier.
Really?
my, my reason being, like, I just love how stupid this movie is.
That's
Like,
true.
it has like okay, Lightning McQueen's character in this movie is kind of like flanderized. Like, he feels more like an asshole from the first movie.
Yeah.
Like he didn't really like learn anything, which is like it kind of takes away from the entire point of the first movie. But also, come on, Mater is just doing stupid shit all of the movie and just like kicking ass. Like it's hilarious.
Okay, so Brave. I don't know. This one was not that good for me. I don't know. It goes on a different adventure, but I just didn't feel connected with this movie. So it's gonna go in D.
Honestly, I put it at the exact same tier. There's nothing that really, yeah, it's not really. It feels like it could have been made by anything else. Next up is Monsters University.
Monsters University. I think it deserves higher than Cars 2. So I'm gonna put Monsters University in A.
I'm putting it in S. I
Oh, S.
I think
Yeah.
Monsters University is better than Monsters Inc.
What? Really?
Just like how the characters act in this movie is way more three-dimensional than in Monsters Inc.
Like yeah, I guess so because they're more like goes through like the university how they become scarers and stuff. So you know what, you make a good point. I think it deserves S tier now. So
I've
now
convinced you. Okay, the next movie in our list is Inside Out.
I enjoyed that one when it first came out.
I do not know where to put this
Me either.
because it's like it I don't think it's as good as like S or A, but I feel like putting it in B is kind of criminal because it is a good movie, but like Maybe B would be the best place to put it because it's
Yeah,
above
I
average.
think Inside Out deserves the B standards.
Good Dinosaur. I already know where I'm placing this movie. I don't know where you're gonna place
I
it.
think Good Dinosaur is a good movie, but also it didn't really do justice for me. But I also liked how it's a different take, and I like this dinosaur finds this guy. I thought it was a good, little cute story. So you know what? I think it go. I think it deserves A.
Yeah, I put this in F. I really don't like this movie. It just sucks. Okay, the thing is, this just feels like Pixar's take on Ice Age. Except Ice Age is better. Like at least the first one. And then Ice Age just kind of became worse and worse as the franchise progressed.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
the entire company broke down.
I guess I like Good Dinosaur, so I think it still deserves an A. Actually, no. I'll put a D. Deserves a D spot.
Alrighty, and then next up is Finding Dory, I
Oh,
believe.
I like that movie. Not as good as Finding Nemo, so Finding Dory was a pretty good movie. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't
Hmm.
know if it deserves an A or B. I think it's just in between those guys, so I think it's like a C.
Yeah, honestly, I placed it in the exact same place. I think it's the most mid Pixar movie out of this entire list.
Yeah,
Like nothing like I don't know. It has some cool set pieces and the story's kind of ridiculous, but not in like a fun, goofy way like Cars 2. Cars 3 is the next one in our list.
so I like Cars 3 because it shows that Lightning McQueen is getting old now, and passing the reins on to the yellow car. I don't like how he like the way they got him retired because he got retired like in the because he got in the accident, and
Yeah.
then and then he was like kind of done racing for a little bit, and then he like started
Oh,
racing. Yellow car finished the race for him. I don't know why. I feel like Lightning McQueen should finish the race himself.
yeah.
So you know what? That is the same place where Dory is.
Yeah, no, I put it in D tier.
Oh, you put it in D.
Honestly, it didn't need to happen.
Not
I,
really.
at least like the story that they told in it specifically, like
Yeah.
I can't wait until Cars 4 where
Cars
Mater
4.
accidentally discovers time travel.
Are they actually making the Cars 4?
I probably like they're making a Toy Story 5, so
Yeah,
they have
right.
to.
So
I think that would be a funny plot. Like Mater discovers time travel and just has to like he goes through like different eras of Pixar movies, like, you know,
that'd be kind of funny, actually.
he travels to Wally. Or I feel like that'd be like more of like a Mater's Tall Tales kind of
Yeah, something
story.
like
But
that. Yeah.
anyways, up
Anyways,
next is
Coco.
Coco. Yes. Okay. So I feel like we can both agree where this movie gets placed, right?
Yeah, I like this movie too.
It like
Mm.
it's well, I think it's awful. Burn it. No, this movie is a very nice story about like remembering
Yeah,
people.
I'll play that
Um,
SC.
yeah, S tier, definitely. But
Yeah.
something that always piqued my curiosity about this movie, right, is Miguel,
Oh
the
yeah.
main protagonist of the film. So he goes to the land of the dead and does all this, shit, and then he meets his real grandfather, who seems like a bum in this world,
Yeah.
right? And like, he builds memories, he sees his life, he kind of like learns a bit more about him, right?
Yep.
And then he goes back and he's like, Grandma, or like Mimel or whatever. You
yeah.
you have to remember Grandpa. Remember him. His name is Baba Da Ba. Remember me. Like whatever, right?
yeah.
But it's like, dude, you know who he is. So shouldn't your memory also keep him alive?
That's
Like,
true.
what if the grandma was like, hey, this is Grandpa? Then he's just gonna be remembered for like another 70 years,
Oh
roughly,
yeah.
because he's like, 13.
Yeah.
Like that has always irked me. Like this is a perfect movie, but that one detail is just so bloody annoying. Okay, next up
Oh,
is
Incredibles 2. See, I like
yeah.
this one because now they're like known as superheroes now. They can fight crime now and do all that jazz. But it's not as good as the first Incredibles movie. So I think it deserves where Inside Out is and Cars 2 is.
I would say otherwise. I would say that it is S tier.
Really?
I think Incredibles 2 is better than the original. Maybe not not by much. Like they're pretty on they're on the same kind of whatever, but Syndrome is a better villain, but also the kind of mystery behind the Miss Hypnosis lady or whatever her name
Yeah.
is a lot better in my opinion. It's just something from this film just keeks it a little bit higher. Maybe it's because I seen Incredibles 2 live in theaters instead
True.
of Incredibles 1, but
I think I'm gonna put it at A now, where the first Incredibles is.
next up is Toy Story 4, or is it?
Yep, Toy Story 4.
Yeah, okay. So,
See, I didn't think it was bad, but I don't think it was necessary. So I think it's gonna go where Dory and Cars 3 is.
which tier is that in?
C.
I'm putting it in D. Toy Story 4, in my opinion, I don't think it needed to happen. And the only reason why it's not necessarily an F tier movie is that I found the subplot with or not subplot, but I found the plot with the doll that needed a new voice box to be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty cool
Um,
too.
the more that I think about it, wouldn't her voice box just have Woody's lines?
Yeah, that's true.
There's a snake in my boot. You're not wearing boots. You're wearing high heels. you know.
Yeah. So that doesn't make no sense. But now on to Onward. So Onward, I think, is a pretty decent movie. It goes through magical stuff that can bring back the dad for one day, and I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that you can see relatives that passed away. You can bring them back to for one life, for one day. Pixar did pretty
Yeah.
good for that. So I don't think it's as good as the S.A. I think it deserves where Cars 2 and Inside Out is. I think a B.
I think it's a C. I watched this in my art class and I don't know, the visuals were good, but the story was kind of whatever. And
Yeah,
the bigger brother was kind of
I'll put a D
like
C
he
now.
I don't know, he was kind of greedy
True, true.
with or wait no, one of them was greedy. I don't remember which one. Only one of them got to see their father all the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. So I don't know. I changed my mind now. I put it at C now. Where Dory and Cars 3 and Toy Story 4. So
There's
I like Soul because it shows you what kind of life is about and stuff, and it goes this guy he doesn't die per se. He just kind of gets knocked out and stuff, and his soul gets up to heaven and stuff. So they're showing what happens when you die, and your soul just goes up into heaven or something.
there's a very funny fact that I love about the movie Soul. I haven't seen it, but the one fact I do know about it is that one of the animators at Pixar went on record saying oh, they're making a black movie because I've never seen that many black people bust to Pixar. I'm
Oh
pretty sure he got in trouble about that comment because it's you know.
yeah. Well, anyways, going back to how he goes up to heaven and stuff, and sees the light, but then he gets a second chance and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool, how it just brings you through what happens to your soul after. So that one deserves a. Well, I think it's A. I think it's A tier for me.
Yeah.
And then
All right.
Luca's not bad because you could it's like an Italian kind of movie. You get to see this guy want to go on land. He wants to be the people are, but he's a underwater kind of guy. He's like a fish kind of monster. But then where he's
He's a
going,
fish out of water.
where he's going, yeah, where he's going is they don't like fish and stuff. They kill the fish and uh they kill monster fishes they kill gigantic sea monsters and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a hard place for him to go explore, but also a good movie because I can relate to it because it's Italian stuff. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it at A.
S tier movie, 10 out of 10. How's more Italian, please? Alrighty. What's
So
next?
Turning Red. So Turning Red is is okay. It just basically goes through like this girl and how she like is changing through her teenager years and experiencing changes.
I haven't seen this movie, but like I think it's a very funny metaphor for going through like periods.
Yeah, that's what it basically is about. I think it deserves where Inside Out and Cars 2 is, so I'm gonna put it at B.
And my funny fact about this movie is, yeah, Turning Red, a lot of Americans were like pissed off because this movie takes place around the time that, the towers fell. And
Oh,
and there's like a bunch of like shit post art from around that time of like, them like waving and like making like they're just talking about it and like it's so stupid.
have you seen Lightyear?
I have seen Lightyear and I do have it placed on my tier list.
That's good. It's good. Okay, so this movie is what Andy watches for Buzz Lightyear. Like it's basically the Buzz Lightyear movie that they're watching in Toy Story. That's what Pixar said.
Mhm.
I think it's okay. I wish that like this Buzz was like more like the Toy Story Buzz. So I feel like this one goes with Dory and onward. Let's see.
C tier, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I put it in the exact same tier. It didn't really do enough for me, but I can't put it like this movie is cool
Yeah.
in like the terms of like it's a brand new kind of property that kind of reminds me of like the Buzz Lightyear cartoon
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah, and I think we have two more left on the tier list, eh?
Yep. Inside Out 2 and Elemental.
So yeah, I have not seen either of these.
So Elemental, so basically
Like,
about like elements that can't collab, but the like it's saying that they can't compare together because elements can't touch elements.
yeah. Fun fact: this movie is an allegory for racism.
Really?
Either that or interracial couples.
I recently just watched this movie not too long ago, so I thought it was a decent movie, but it reminded me of other Pixar movies like Inside Out. So I don't
Well,
know.
because Pixar's entire lineup is just like, what if blank had feelings?
It's true. Yeah.
What if cars had feelings? What if fish had feelings? What if superheroes had feelings? What if monsters had feelings? What if bugs had feelings? What if emotions had feelings?
So on that note, Elemental, I think this is in the same spot where Inside Out and Turning Red is. I put it at B.
Yep, and then the last one on the tier list is the newest movie from Pixar,
Inside Out
Inside Out
2.
2.
I kind of like this movie. It goes through like
Please do
her.
not spoil it because I kind of do want to watch it.
So I won't spoil it. I'll just go through like just like spoiler free. So basically, it's about Riley going through changes. She gets like new emotions and like anxiety and stuff, and like
Uh-huh.
it's very hard for all emotions to collab together and to make Riley what Riley is. So some emotions get like you know a little out of hand. That's all I'll give you for now. So I think this movie was a solid 7 out of 10. I think the original was better. The original was like an 8 out of 10.
Is it like as good as like Lightyear, Dory, and Onward, or is it like
No, I think it's better than that. So I think it's where Turning Red is and Elemental is and the regular Inside Out is.
okay? So all in B tier then.
All in B tier, yeah. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed us ranking the movies of all the Pixar movies. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what your rankings are, and if you guys want to make your own tier list, that'll be cool. If you guys want to show me what you guys think are the best Pixar
Y-
movies.
yes, and if you disagree with us at all, please send as much hate mail as you possibly can to the comments. Give us engagement, as much engagement as you can give.